So yeah, I am daring to use this well-known still from the film. So yeah, hey guys, I'm going to be reviewing Nightmare on Elm Street, and keep in mind this review is going to be a lot shorter than the three-part review for Halloween, mainly because, to be honest, it's not as great of a film. Uh, so it's from 1984. It's categorized as a slasher film. It's more than that, of course. Written and directed by Wes Craven, who most of you probably know uh, more from for Scream, uh, and it's the first of the film of the franchise of Nightmare on Elm Street. Stars Heather Langenkamp. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. John Saxon, Ronnie Blakely, who most of you may remember from Nashville, one of the greatest movies of all time. Her performance is, of course, not as good in this film, but then how could she ever top that performance? Robert Englund plays Freddy Krueger, and even Johnny Depp plays a part, although he really looks different from how he'll appear later in life. Um, Basically, I'm not going to give too much away about the plot, but uh, these teenagers, I'm not sure if they're high school or I guess they're high school, entering high school. Of course, in real life, they're like 20 years old, but they play like 15 to 17-year-olds in the film. These teenagers all have these dreams or premonitions that they're going to be killed by Fred Krueger. And what they don't realize is they won't just be killed by him in their dreams. It's going to happen in real life. Uh, it's kind of a confusing movie, and some things are not that convincing. For example, Ronnie Blakely, who plays Heather Langenkamp's mother, uh, it's her hiding her knowledge of Freddy Krueger too late in the film. I'm not sure that that was done the best, um, or is that convincing. But after the knowledge comes out, she plays the role of, all this has come out. Hallelujah! Now I'm going to drink to high heaven or whatever. Played pretty well, and frankly, in the last part of the movie, I guess was my favorite. Um, the final. I'm going to spend more time on the final scene than most other part of the movie. Was really interesting. Some of you may have seen CinemaSins sinning of the film. Went a bit overboard, I guess, considering it's one of the best horror films and has 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. But he basically said that the ending of the film basically was a complete total mindfuck and threw the whole rest of the film into question, like what really happened. And the moment I saw the ending part, I was like that too, because basically before the ending part, um, Heather's character seemingly defeats Freddy Krueger and sends him back to hell or wherever he came from. Um, but then we're like transported into this futuristic or present tense, whatever place. It looks like heaven from first glance. It's kind of misty and sunshine. It's bright as characters make it known. And then we see Heather's character get into a car with her friends, who most of them, or all of them, I guess, were killed except for her in the main part of the film. But apparently, it's not quite heaven because the car starts to close in on them and drives off. Uh, just a hellbound ride. And Ronnie Blakely uh, mother of Heather's character, she it's kind of just sits back laughing almost with glee. Like, are we led to believe that she was actually the orchestrator of all this in the film, or what? Anyway, but then she gets pulled back in by Freddy, which I can understand why he would want to kill her twice, because she was the one that claimed to have orchestrated the burning of him uh, while he was alive. They killed him. Uh, I'm not going to go too much into it, but a few things. Some of the continuity issues is a bit of an issue throughout the film. We see Freddy Krueger can basically transport himself from one place to another in the blink of an eye early on. Then, as CinemaSins alluded to, when the plot calls for it, he can't even get through a locked door. I also was kind of confused on how Heather's character was able to draw Freddy out of her dream and into the real world. It wasn't that convincing to me. And it seemed like Freddy Krueger, if he was that powerful, he could have done something and not fallen for such a stupid trap. But again, how you want to view the ending of the movie. Um, I mean, it's kind of almost like watching Black Hole Sun music video. The ending is pretty weird, and I mean, I think it adds a good bit to the film, but it take me an hour and a whole nother video to discuss what I think it really means and whatever. But so yeah, the film basically just talks about the thin line between dreams and reality and whatnot, and it's it's a really good film. I would actually give it 3 stars out of 4, or 3.5 really. And I don't think it's quite as good as Halloween, of course, but it does get you to think. And surprisingly, despite it being having more blood and gore and all this than Halloween, some audiences that are more gentle minded might actually like it better if they're more dreamy, and like the discussion of what is reality and what are dreams, all that shit. So I'm sorry that the review was kind of short and crass, but uh, it is 6 a.m. and a Sunday, and yeah, that's basically my thoughts on it for right now. So I'll see you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell me what movies you like to see me review next. I'll see you later, guys.